Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to complete quadratic equation chapter. Last few questions are remaining that we are going to do. Okay? And if there is any doubt in understanding word problems, you can ask me. So let us start next few questions of practice set 2.6. Students, already we have solved first 5 questions of this exercise, that is 2.6. Today we are going to do remaining questions of this exercise. First, let us see question number 6, which you can see in the pic. See the question. Mr. Kasam runs a small business of making earthen pots. He makes certain number of pots on daily basis. Production cost of each pot is rupees 40, more than 10 times total number of pots he makes in one day. If production cost of all pots per day is rupees 600, find the production cost of one pot and number of pots he makes per day. Okay, so in this case you need to find out two things. First one is you need to find out production cost of one pot, means how much cost is there for one pot. And then second thing, you need to find out how many pots he is making per day. Okay, now see the first condition. He makes certain number of pots on daily basis, means he has fixed that he will make certain number, means suppose I am making 10 pots per day, then he is going to do same thing every day. That is fixed. So let us consider that number of pots he is making per day to be X. Okay, and if you consider this as a X, then you can easily find out production cost of each pot by using this condition. So let us do that. Okay, first what we are going to consider? We are going to consider that number of pots he is making per day is X. So let us solve this question, then you will understand how to solve this. So let us do that. Question number 6. So let us consider number of pots per day. Let number of pots Mr. Kasam makes per day to be X. Makes per day be X. Means what? He is making X pots per day. Therefore, we can easily find out production cost. Production cost of each pot is equal to. Now see the condition. What is given here? Production of each pot is rupees 40 more. What does it mean by 40 more? Means you need to add 40. Okay, 40 more means what? You need to take plus 40. Then what? 10 times total number of pots. So 10 times, what is total number of pots? X. So 10x. Okay, 10 times total number of pots, that is 10x plus 40, because 40 more is there. So now we are having production cost as well as number of pots, that is X. Now let us write by given condition. By given condition. Now what is there in the question? See, if production cost of all pots per day is rupees 600, means per day he is investing his 600 rupees on the pots. So how to find out total cost, total production cost? That is multiplication of these two, because x number of pots is there and one pot cost you this much. So if you multiply these two, you are going to get total production cost. So total production cost is what? X into 10x plus 40. This is your production cost, and what is given in the question? Total production cost is 600. So total production cost is equal to 600. Now let us make our quadratic equation. Multiply this x in the bracket. So this becomes 10x square plus 40x is equal to 600. Now take this 600 to left hand side so that it becomes 10x square plus 40x minus 600 is equal to 0. Now see, every term is divisible by 10. So let us divide each term by 10 so that our equation becomes easier. Divide by 10. So what you are going to get here? X square. Here 10 4s are, so 4. Here 10 6 and 1 0. So 60 you are going to get here. Now you need to make two parts of minus 60 such that after subtraction you are going to get 4. So this is very simple. 10 6 are. And if you subtract 10 and 6, you are going to get 4. And you want plus 4, so take your two parts as 10 minus 6. Okay. Now solution you are going to do by your own. I am writing directly answer. You are going to get here x minus 10 and x 6. Now see, x is equal to minus 10 is wrong. Why? Because number of pots cannot be negative, right? Your x is what? Number of pots, and you cannot consider your pots to be negative. So that is what I am going to write. But number of pots cannot be negative. Therefore x not equal to minus 10. Therefore I can say that x is equal to 6. Now since x is equal to 6, therefore we can find out these two. So let us write our answer. Therefore number of pots Mr. Kasam, see I am following this line, same line I am writing here. Number of pots Mr. Kasam makes per day is, what is x? 6. And then we can find out production cost. Production cost of each pot is equal to 10x plus 40 is given. Now put the value of x here, that is 6. So 10x plus 6, that means 10 into 6 plus 40. This is 60 plus 40. What is the answer? 100 rupees. Okay. So in this way we have completed our sum. Again I can tell you how to do that. First, what we have considered that number of pots Mr. Kasam makes per day is x. And by using that x, we have written the condition on production cost of each pot. Now since you know production cost of one pot and you want to find out the production cost of x pot, that is why we have to multiply these two. So if you multiply these two, you are going to get production cost of total pots. This is equal to what? 600 given to you. After that, what you need to do? You need to write this equation in standard form, and after that you have to solve. And what you got? Minus 10 and 6. But minus 10 is what? Is a negative number, and you cannot count your pots to be negative. Like this is 1, this is 2. In this way you can count. You cannot count your pots like minus 1, minus 2. So that is what I have written here. Number of pots cannot be negative. So x is not equal to minus 10. So finally you got x 6. Then by using x value you have found your answer, that is these two. Okay. Now let us see question number 7. What is question number 7? Pratik takes 8 hours to travel 36 km downstream and return to the same spot. See, 36 km downstream he is going, and also he is returning to the same spot. And how many hours he has taken? 8 hours. Now, the speed of boat in still water is 12 kilometers per hour, and you need to find out the speed of water current. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of downstream and upstream? Downstream means what? You are going in the direction of the river. And what about upstream? That is opposite. Upstream means you are going in opposite direction of the river. So whenever you are going in downstream, then your speed of the boat and speed of the water both are going to be added. But whenever you are going in opposite direction, that is upstream, in that case you are going to subtract your speed with the water speed. Okay, that we need to consider in this question. Now what is given to us, that is speed of the boat is what? 12 kilometer. And what you need to find out? Speed of the water current. So let us consider speed of the water current to be x kilometer per hour. Okay, so let us solve this. So you can see we have considered let speed of water current to be x kilometer per hour, and what is given to you, that is speed of boat. Speed of boat is equal to 12 kilometer per hour. Okay. Now, speed of boat in upstream. Speed of boat in, first we are going to write downstream. So whenever you are going in downstream, you have to add boat speed with water speed. Okay, that is your speed will be greater because of you are going in the direction of water. But whenever you are going in upstream, that is opposite direction, speed of boat in upstream, in that case you have to subtract your boat speed with water speed, because your speed is going to be lesser. Understood now why it will be lesser? Because your water will oppose you. Okay, and remember your boat speed will be greater and water speed will be obviously less, so 12 minus 6. Now, you know what is the formula of speed? Distance upon time, right? This is the formula of speed. Now, what will be the formula for time? Time will be distance upon speed. Why? Distance upon speed. Why? Understood now? Because we have transferred this speed here and time to this side. So time comes in the numerator and speed comes in the denominator. Now by using your condition, by given condition. Now what is there in the question? See, Pratik takes 8 hours to travel 36 km downstream and return to the same spot. So total time is what? 8 hours. Okay, and what is the distance? 36 km. So we are going to use this formula. Total time already I have written 8. Now what is the formula? Distance upon speed. He has traveled total 36 km downstream, and what is the speed in the downstream? 12 plus x. So you are going to write here 12 plus x. Same way 36 km downstream is also there, that is downstream as well as upstream. So this is downstream and this is upstream. Okay, same formula, distance upon speed. So distance upon speed in downstream, distance upon speed in upstream. Addition of these two is taken how much time? 8 hours. Now what you need to do? You need to simplify this, make it quadratic, and then you will find out your answers. So let us simplify this. First what you are going to do? You are going to take this 36 common. If you take 36 common, here what is remaining? 1 upon 12 plus x plus here 1 upon 12 minus x is equal to 8. Okay. Now let us do the cross multiplication of this. Is equal to 8. Now do the cross multiplication. 1 into 12 minus x gives you 12 minus x plus this is also 12 plus x. Now in the denominator you have to multiply 12 plus x with 12 minus x. Okay. Now see the next step. 36 bracket. This minus x and plus x get cancelled. Okay. What is remaining? 12 plus 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. And here you have to apply a square minus b square. That is 12 square minus x square. Understood now? We have used a plus b and a minus b formula. That is a square minus b square is equal to 8. Now see the next step. This is 36 into 24 in the numerator. And in the denominator 12 square is 144 minus x square is equal to 8. Okay. Now see the next step. You have to multiply 36 and 24 here. And what you will do of this denominator, transfer this to the right hand side. So that it becomes 8 into 144 minus x square. And here you need to multiply 36 and 24. So let us do that. 36 into 24. Okay, you can see if you multiply 36 into 24, you are going to get 864. And if you open this bracket, you are going to get 1152 minus 8x square. Okay, now let us simplify this. Transfer this 8x square to left hand side and 864 to right hand side. So see what we are going to get here. This becomes minus 8x square becomes 8x square. 1152 minus 864. Okay. Now see the next step. You have to subtract 1152 and 864. So see what we are going to get here. 12 minus 4 gives you 8. 4 minus 6 gives you 8 again. This is 10 minus 8, 2. Okay. Understood now? Now see, you have to transfer this 8 to right hand side so that it becomes 288 divided by 8. Now see division. 8 3s are 24. 4 is remaining. 8 6s are 48. So you got x square 36. Then your x will be plus or minus 6. Okay, because square root of 36 is plus or minus 6. Now see, what is there here written? Speed of water current. So your speed of water current cannot be negative. So what we are going to write? Speed of water current is not negative. Since it is not negative, that means your x cannot be minus 6. Therefore, what is your x? 6. So we can write our answer, that is speed of water current is 6 km per hour. Okay. So in this way, I have completed question number 7. Now let us see question number 8. Question number 8 is also similar to this one. Let us see. First is the question. What is given here? Pintu takes 6 days more than those of Nisu to complete certain work. If they work together, they finish it in 4 days. How many days would it take to complete the work if they work alone? So in this case, 2 persons are there. First one is Pintu and second one is Nisu. And what is given here? Pintu takes 6 days more as compared to Nisu. Means Nisu is taking less time whereas Pintu is taking more time. So let us consider Nisu takes X days. Then obviously Pintu will take X plus 6 days. Okay. So let us write that. Let Nisu takes X days to complete the work alone. Okay. Therefore, Pintu will take how many days? 6 days more. So, X plus 6 days to complete the same work. Same work alone. Okay. So, if Nisu takes X days, so obviously Pintu will take X plus 6 days to complete the same work. Now, suppose I am doing certain work and I am taking 4 days to complete the work. Then how many parts we are going to do on first day? 1 upon 4. In second day, 2 upon 4. In third day, 3 upon 4. And on fourth day, 4 upon 4, that is 1, means our work is complete. So we are going to use this concept. Okay. So what is given here? If they work together, they were finishing it in 4 days. So we are going to see how to do this. Therefore, Nisu will complete 1 upon X part in 1 day and Pintu will complete 1 upon X plus 6 part of work in 1 day. Okay, it is just like I am taking 4 days, so first day I am going to complete 1 upon 4. Same way, since Nisu is taking X day, that is why 1 upon X. Pintu is taking X plus 6, so on first day he will complete 1 upon X plus 6. For second day, they are going to complete 2 upon X, 6. 2 upon X and here 2 upon X plus 6. And what is given in the condition? Together they are taking 4 days. So we are going to write here 4 upon X and 4 upon X plus 6. And our work is complete, so equal to 1. So by given condition, together they are taking 4 days. So 4 upon X for Nisu and for Pintu 4 upon X plus 6. And the work is complete, so equal to 1. Now what we are going to do? We are going to simplify this and make our quadratic equation. So let us do that. 4 into X plus 6 plus, again do cross, this is 4X upon X into X plus 6 is equal to 1. Now let us open the brackets. This is 4X plus 4 6 are 24 plus 4X. Here X into X, X square plus X into 6 is 6X is equal to 1. Now see, this is 4 plus 4 becomes 8X plus 24 is equal to, transfer this so that it becomes X square plus 6X. Understood now? 4 plus 4 becomes 8X. These two are like, plus 24 as it is. And what we did, we have transferred this denominator to the right hand side so that it becomes X square plus 6X because 1 into is there. Now write all the terms on right hand side. So this is X square plus 6X already there. Transfer 8X becomes minus 8X plus 24 becomes minus 24. So what you are going to get here, 6 minus 8 gives you minus 2X, minus 24 equal to 0 is there. In the next step, write this equal to 0 on right hand side. Now you need to make two parts of minus 24 to get minus 2. So this you are going to do by your own, and after solving you are going to get two values, one negative and one positive. But again your negative value is not going to be considered because your days cannot be negative. You cannot say that I have completed my work in negative 5 days. You can take 1 2 3 4 5, that is positive number, not negative. So your negative value will be wrong and positive value will be your answer. So whatever you got your answer, you have to write your answer in these two lines. Suppose you got x value 6, then what you are going to write? Nisu takes 6 days to complete the work alone, and Pintu takes 6 plus 6, that is 12 days to complete the same work alone. In this way you are going to complete this sum by your own now. Now remaining question, that is question number 9 and 10, we are going to do in the next class. For today, let's finish our class. Okay, thank you, take care, bye.